Welcome to Annuity News Now. My guest is Amy McElwain. She is president of Financial Social Media, which you can find at financialsocialmedia.com. On their website, she specializes in teaching financial advisors, insurance agents, and financial service companies how to best combine social media and traditional marketing techniques. Amy, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
And thanks for having me.
You know, it would seem in the financial services industry, when we're talking about social media, we're talking about things like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and other things, but there is a huge compliance issue that goes around that. And how do you get around that?
Well, you know, the biggest thing is really education. Social media is not an advertising vehicle. It encompasses a PR, a customer support, marketing, all in one. It's about positioning yourself as an expert in your local industry by providing content that is of value and interest to your clients and prospects. It's not about pushing product and pushing sales. So one of the ways we address that really is through education. Additionally, we've put together a social media compliance guide, which is available for download on our website, and it outlines FINRA's 1006 doctrine that was put out last year in regards to their stance on social media compliance.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about your company. This is a fairly new company. I think you started it last year. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Amy.
Yeah, my background, about 10 years ago, I started out doing web design and search engine optimization. And since my career has taken a couple of different directions, I wound up in the financial industry about 6 years ago, working for Senior Market Advisor magazine. I helped develop their social media networks. Their LinkedIn currently has over 1,000 members. Twitter's almost up to 5,000 at this point. So I really just kind of went back to my roots within the financial industry, and I saw a huge need for education within the financial industry in regards to social media online marketing. So in June of last year, I launched Financial Social Media Marketing.
Okay. You know, and when you talk about social media marketing, again, did you find that, you know, there are many financial people who they admit that they've heard of it and they know that it's something that they probably should do, but they're a little bit reluctant because they really don't understand what it is?
Absolutely. There's a lot of confusion surrounding it, social media marketing. So like I said, we really do our best to educate our clients. And to add on, in addition to what you had mentioned as far as compliance, it really breaks down into two specific areas. Social media can be used as FINRA classifies content published as an online electronic forum versus static content. And static content is similar to an advertisement and requires pre-approval of the principal of an agency, and such content would include website, background images, profile images, versus online electronic forum would be status updates and revolving content. And that type of content needs to be archived, similar to presenting in front of a live group of investors.
Okay. Let's talk about maybe who your typical client is. We're talking about financial advisors and insurance agent, service companies like that. Say somebody is completely new to all this thinking. Where would you begin, for example, with an insurance agent?
We work with insurance agents, RIAs, and financial advisors. We offer a couple different packages. First, we have a social media setup package, which involves like an hour-long consultation, kind of figuring out what they're already doing marketing-wise and showing them how they can amplify that into reach a larger audience with social networks. And that involves setting up Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, custom background images. We plug everything into a social media aggregation software so that they can make a status update from one place and it updates across multiple networks. And then we give them a strategy on what they need to be doing on a weekly, monthly, and daily basis in order to make sure their social media is successful.
Okay.
Beyond that, we find out that a lot of these guys, essentially what we want to do is to give them all the tools to do it on their own. If they need help beyond that, if they don't have an assistant in their office at the time to manage this themselves, we do a complete turnkey monthly strategy that involves writing guest blog posts, daily status updates, social network archiving, and all sorts of things. Network building, we add between 150, 200 connections a month, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Is it difficult sometimes to convey the message that you've got to spend a lot of time sort of doing this? I mean, this is the this is the new era of marketing, and you really need to sort of be in front of this, or you're going to get left behind, right?
Yes, I mean, social media is fundamentally changing the way we communicate. I often speak to advisors about, email really only came about in the mid-'90s. That's 15 years ago. Imagine if they wouldn't have adapted to email. And things are happening twice as fast. So social media is catching on quick. The financial industry is already behind. So now, more than ever, is the time to get on board with this and get your practice moving forward.
Let's look in the future a couple of years here. What changes do you see happening with the way that you do business?
We're actually in the process right now of creating a turnkey online learning platform for advisors, where they can take it rather than depending solely upon my company to run their networks. We're empowering them by giving them the videos and the tools they need to succeed. So we're creating an online coaching system, an online monthly subscription system for content, status updates, blog posts. And, it's really, again, just about empowering the user. So for the clients and for the financial advisors, it's about empowering the investors, empowering the consumers, the same way that I'm working to empower them.
Well, it sounds great. Amy, again, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you sharing some of your expertise with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
That is Amy McElwain. She is president of Financial Social Media. I urge you to check out her website at financialsocialmedia.com. I'm Scott Drake. You're watching Annuity News Now.